of their boot camp. It's Hellraisers and Winstrike. We prepare ourselves for battle. You can see the faces of at least 9 of them. And we're ready to get into this one as the lights are dimmed and our focus is dropped. Look at this problem. He previously charged ramp with his dualies. Now he's doing the same on B. He might have a fast flank here. If Winstrike aren't prepared for this, okay, never mind. He's not flirting with anything that crazy. Do they decoy sandbags to try and get a reaction out of them?
Well, they got something.
Would they hear it if it explodes? No, it's not that deep. P250, though, actually ample for the fight.
I'm glad Elian's got it. He's had such a good series, but JR's knocked his socks off. Swapping up now. Bondik will be the armored raid boss. And there's the dualies getting a taste of the action. Should be an open and shut case. Oh no! They both push into Nickelback and the in-game leader of Winstrike seizes control. Bondik wants a fight. JR's already found one. They are. Flourish is going to be vulnerable. Why has he got the bomb in his hands? There's a smoke on the site. Flourish. Okay, Kristen going for a very risky maneuver here. 3 CTs and they could contest, but he takes the head off a problem. And problem is the word at the tip of the tongue here for JR and Flourish. Armor and nothing else pushing in. Kristen gonna get overwhelmed, but he's still hitting headshots, and it's Flourish. 1 versus 3. Could fluff this one here. Nickelback so low and Bondik's low. Oh no!
I hate it.
Play the after plan.
Nickelback run.
Play it.
Yeah, boy, we like that. Kit's down on shore. No time for Flourish. I think he knows that. The P250 might be all he gets out of this one. And Nickelback just had to slow it down. Take the time. Take a breath. But that round was pretty manic.
Now, Nickelback's double there over towards the short scaffolding position was the key to that round. And to note, maybe Nickelback and the name of Winstrike, they don't seem too familiar for all of you. That's because he only moved over here this year. He was in Pro 100 earlier in the year. I believe Flourish was also in that same team. So some moving and shaking within that CIS region. And if I remember rightly, it was old boy Nickelback as the in-game leader of the Pro 100 roster. I assume he'd be doing those duties here. That's my assumption. Normally incorrect when I assume. But let's hope. Because it could also be Krisen. Maybe they're doing it shared duties. Who knows? We'll probably find out. Someone will tweet at us. As getting this one underway. Hellraisers, I mentioned their win-loss record on this recently, and I know your ears pricked up when I mentioned Namiga. That was in this event. And it was a 16-8.
Whoa! Opens up onto Lime, and don't forget, this Force Bite was supposed to be potent. Losing an integral component and your highest fragger from your previous map doesn't bode well for the Angry Eyebrow crew. We're hoping to get Hellraiser's graphic designer on for an interview after this one.
Trent sent in pictures of his dog.
He did?
Yeah.
We're getting to know Trent with his interaction. Much
he likes Haikyuu.
He does? That's a shame.
No, Trent, don't listen to him.
Oh, bloody hell. Your Piston's got a cast on. I can't handle dogs with a cast on.
He looks so floppy.
I like how flibbly he is, yeah.
Flibbly. That was excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Trent.
We appreciate interaction. I mean, this is a thing. It's, as I said, the big games going on. You got Zywoo doing Deagle stuff, Zywoo. But currently, we're having a nice time. We're getting to check in with regions that we don't often get to see, and maybe see some curiosities with the Swiss.
Oh,
nothing.
I was so ready, Lauren. I had that one in the chamber.
I could feel it. The chest was building. You know, pumped. Nah.
Feel it in my fingers.
Feel it
in my toes. You didn't have the timing there with me, Chad. It's okay.
I've never been the most inclined as far as...
until recently, I was convinced I was tone deaf, but I think my recent shower escapades have indicated that I'm...
You got a little tone to you?
I've got some tone.
I just think I'm deaf.
Yeah. I want to get that thing that Henry does where he has like someone just proper pump like water into his ears. And
yeah, he's got real problems with his ears.
Yeah, he's got a narrow ear canal.
Oh, so he gets all locked up, I guess.
Gunky.
But I genuinely want to try that. I think maybe I've been operating at like 60% ear capacity for the last few years.
Maybe you'd hear all those steps that somehow your teammates think they always hear, but you never hear.
I did that thing in Bali where
Oh, not the fire thing.
But do they put a cone of paper in your ear?
They light it on fire.
So it melts the earwax.
And it draws it out.
Then how do they pull it out? On the paper?
Yeah.
I saw it after. Did it work?
Gunky and stuff. I don't think it does anything for your hearing. If anything, it's probably just very dangerous.
Sure.
But it was fun.
Cool.
Yeah. I even went bungee jumping in Bali, so don't do as I do. Definitely don't do as I do.
Not as I do. Elian does throw a smoke. 3 of them wanting to contest. It's a bad smoke, but maybe by design, because Bondik gets the wide swing. And that could very well be probably the peak of the excitement for this round, I'm afraid, as Hellraisers are not presenting much in the form of a competitive buy. Chad, if you had to choose
Yes.
one non-standard oops, my elbow just fell off the table. One non-standard rifle to place, yes. Like if you were a main that's not an AKM4 or AWP, what
Yes.
would you main?
Can I main the AUG?
Non-standard, he said.
Okay, well,
I mean, I'm talking SMGs, I'm talking Galils, FAMAS. Like, what's your personal preference in that department? That's a good nade, but unfortunately, Nickelback still gets it down.
See, now the next answer after the AUG would probably be the Scout.
Oh, that's true. He
Ooh.
does like a Scout.
I'm quite spicy
dabble.
with the
So what's the
Scout.
sidearm? You pairing that with a Deagle or something a bit more dynamic?
No, I'm definitely going the Deagle. I'm all about the flash.
Eags out
You
for
know,
Harambe.
Yeah, I don't want to be operating with like a P250 or a 5.7. I want the Deagle. I want them to know I'm coming.
I'd love to be like a good UMP player. I feel like I could get there too, but after seeing like Amanek and a couple of players now making it look genuinely viable, I feel like that's something that I could work with. And a sidearm, I mean, if they
You're a
fix...
Tech-9 main.
I am a Tech-9.
You are a Tech 9.
I love it.
Like, I'm pretty sure half of the games we play with Lauren, she's the one that just says, yeah, I'm hooning it, and she's only got a pistol.
Yeah.
That's like half of your gameplay. It's like living your COD 4 SMG
The problem
fantasy.
is, I literally sometimes, like, when I'm having... You know, you have those bad games on an
Yeah.
AK, and it's like, I'm not hitting anything.
Yeah.
I just run through a site, apparently get 2 kills with the Tech-9. I'm like, can't do that
Can't
with
do
a
that
rifle, though, can I?
again. No.
Somehow.
Maybe the UMP is for you. Let's watch some Amanek demos,
I might dabble.
and we'll see how on earth he makes it viable against
Yeah, he makes it look good. I've got a
weapons.
little smoothie here.
smoothie delivery. Whatever you do, don't consume food on the broadcast, because that can trigger
Gosh,
some
I'm
people.
professional.
Here we go. So we do have double AWPs coming out on the CT side of Hellraisers to kick off the first gun round here, and they did the same thing on their
That's
nuke
gorgeous.
CT side, but it was problem AWPing with JR. This time it's Kalinka and JR on those double
W's.
AWPs. As that Molotov will not land its intended destination. Problem postured forward, ready to swing with that MP9. Nades coming on through. That's going to
Ooh, that's a good one.
chunking down anybody up close and personal. That'll condition them for later in the stages here. And I really think Winstrike are a legit team on this map. So you should see some nice maneuvers coming on through. Quite well versed at this. Some bigger scalps that they've taken on it in recent times. The biggest being
That
Godsend.
was so loud, Lime. I hated it. He's going to get sprayed if he's not careful. Good molly. Oh, catches Elian. Now, suddenly, what looked a little foolish has proven to be quite the opposite.
Does Lime look a little bit like Lollipop, but without the spaces in his ears?
For Shizzle. Minizzle.
Oh, spotted Bondic.
He is. That should be the hunt, but there's a sandbags player to swing, and there we go. 2 frags for Lime. Trying to sell the A fake. Don't look particularly fond at the chances for the remaining 3. However, this is a duel that's often... Oh, flashed, I was going to say.
Just the wide swing. Cruisin gives up his life.
That is something we see a lot more in CIS than anywhere else, Chad, isn't it? Taking duels
Yeah.
without the necessary util.
They put their bodies on the line for space a lot here. And Lackey's just going to go down. He's going to get orbed any second. And it would leave Nickelback in a 1-on-5 situation. 15 seconds remaining. He's going to fall. AK-47 should be picked on up. And a great round there from Hellraisers. The double AWPs, both of which finding kills in round number 4. And as we look at round number 5, the buy will come back on out. So let's see if Winstrike are well aware of the double AWP setup and how they want to deal with it. Because there's multiple different approaches that you can do to really quell the potency of the double AWPs. I think a set piece over towards that A side of things, if you can get scaffolding and ramp control within the early stages, could be very, very nice. And Crizin, well, he's going over towards the crane. He's going to be throwing this smoke that lands on Scaff to deny any early contact. Here's JR with the ramp smoke. He's going to hit the girder on the backside, and he's even going to go for some floor bangs, I think, trying to see if he can identify the sound cues.
We had a couple of people getting quite close to us, especially when we were like, I think it was from short, I guess, down here. You can just go straight through the floor. Slightly scary.
The sound effect of it is something special, isn't it?
Yeah, truly
So they're
is.
really conditioning this early presence towards the B side of things, and Kalinka, they get the double setup coming through. So this is one of the issues with the boost. If they boost,
That... Surely.
they won't know.
It won't?
No, they won't be awares, but
Those little sporadic shots. Oh, Elian, now he knows. He's not going to hit the shot. Huge. It was actually Kalinka, excuse me. I got a little confused there.
Crizin needs to clear close, but I don't think he's aware. This is a chance for a multi.
Very ambitious spray control.
Nothing to stop this.
Oh, the pixel headshot gap.
Ooh, the rifle from
This feels throwy.
Lime.
This
It
feels
does.
very
I'm
throwy.
getting scared for Nickelback here because he's in the middle of no man's land and he's going to die for it.
Yeah, and Elian super low, so I don't see Bondic doing much with this once Elian goes down. He's going to try his pot shots and try his luck. They're closing the gap, though, and 3 of them now on that site. He's over. And this is an unwinnable round. So
Yeah.
really hated the afterplan there.
They're terrible at the afterplants Winstrike. We saw that on Nuke. They lost some clutch situations they never should have. There was the 2v1 from Problem. There was also the 2-on-1. Was it Lime who came up the vent against
That's
Bondic
right.
and Krizen?
Good memory.
So they lost those rounds on Nuke that they probably shouldn't have. And now we're seeing similar scenes here on their T side of Vertigo. So they need to tighten up those post plants. They even almost threw the pistol round. Remember when they decided to fight on this map here when they could have just hidden and played the post plant of the bomb. So a couple of teething issues for Winstrike, but a plant is good. That gets the guns back out. There'll be no AWP for Elian. It'll just be the rifles across the board. A Galil for Krizen.
The way I describe, I think if I was trying to find a description, an apt description for CIS Counter-Strike, it would be the Berserker from the Uruk-hai in Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
Yes.
The guy that ran the torch into the walls of Minas Tirith. You know, they just charge. They're getting hit by arrows and shots, but they just keep charging, bearing that torch, fighting
Greater
anyone.
good is bigger than them, maybe,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Precisely.
Wow.
And I do think that has led to some very, as Chad has described it, unfavorable afterplant situations. Now, what have we got in store for us in round 6? Let's find out together. Lime, having a look.
Oh, the
Here's the
volley.
sound cue, but this would be more than he's ready to take. They will not. Oh, they will. They will actually.
He's gotten away as well.
Can't believe that. He's done that many times now. That's twice he's caught a member on the ramp setup.
Oh, and they won't clear sandbag as well because they already Molotov that position. Now Flarich has taken the space. This is looking good for Hellraisers.
Yeah, I like the setup. This bodes very well, assuming they don't commit. Up towards ramp. 3 of them up short, though. That's a route. Maybe it's because of the unknowns of sandbags. And the frags keep coming. Krizen caught. Nickelback only the one. JR over the smoke, finding all the necessary frags, and Hellraisers will equalize. And doing so while maintaining full sets of both those AWPs and an AK-47 scavenged away for Flarich. So fantastic start. Down to the eco now for Winstrike as they call a tactical timeout, brought to you by the US Air Force?
I believe it is the Air Force for this one. We've done the Navy.
There it
Now
is.
we've got the Air Force. But all in all, this could be what Bondic was talking about in terms of people studying the demos. Hellraisers must have known that the map pick of Winstrike today was going to be that of Vertigo. So if the tendencies have been noted, and Lime, the individual who filled the gaps over there on Nuke very well, was doing a bit of dirty work towards that yard position, finding himself in a lot of impact rotations. If he can do the same here on a map like Vertigo and stalling out towards this A-ramp position, it's really going to take one weapon out of the Winstrike playbook. Them frags aren't looking fantastic. You can see it's just 1 apiece for Lackey and Krizen, not able to get into the game just yet. And Bondic and Nickelback, well, they've got 2 and 3 respectively. Now, that B execute they did where they had the opening from Elian come on through and then they were able to run down Problem. That's probably where we will see them go in their next gun round.
It's a rush round. Rush.
Hello.
Rush round.
All right, MC, take the observing away for me. Excellent.
Didn't say
Please and thank you. MC is a god, by the way. I really
Flash
really
tree will
enjoy,
get you nowhere, Rush.
I really enjoy working with the guy. He's a good kid, that's for
Can you
sure.
speak up a bit, Rush? Can't hear you.
Sorry, yeah, what's going on? So it's a 5v5 right now. Looks like they want to lean a bit towards the B side. The Krizen looks like he's got a little bit of space here, though. They're definitely unaware of this. Both players looking towards the B stairs.
Oh my god.
Oh, the shots, they're pretty on, though, but the problem... Oh, Lackey, that was a big trade, though. B side is secured. Bondic definitely can get over there. It's a completely winnable round now. This is actually pretty big. AWP secured as well. You got Lime. Oh, that's the bomb. That's devastating for them. Oh, this was so winnable if they could get Bondic over there. This could have been everything for the team, but...
Actually, the worst place for the bomb to be.
Yeah,
I couldn't
it
think of
truly
a
is.
worse place for the
They do
bomb
have
to
a
be.
molly on Lackey, I guess.
that is true. They do have a molly on Lackey, so if Lackey wants to get that
And
down...
just wait. Wait for your teammates.
Oh no, what have you done that for?
Clearly
just wait a
untradeable.
bit.
Thanks for going for the fight on your own.
Oh, he
Still
could
a
have just
2v2.
held.
The weapons are good. The armor's not looking as good, though, and... Lime and...
Oh, he's off the map
JR,
now.
That's a big peek in. This is so winnable, though. The no-scope could come in. Just one peek. Oh. Lime
I
with
don't
nice three.
understand what Elian was doing there, right? Because They knew where the bomb was, and
Yes.
he had no rush, right? He had top
No.
ladder control. So if Lime had tried to weasel his way up the ladder after taking contact or potentially being
Or a molly.
Molotoved out of position, then Alien would have had a free kill. Then the bomb could have been recovered. The players trapped over there towards forklift room would have been able to be dealt with, and they could have taken the bomb towards the B site and won the round. But Winstrike, maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves here, thinking that they are the better team and better individuals, need to tighten it up because
Honestly.
Hellraisers are here to play.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're the better than individuals if Lime keeps finding opening kills like this. You gotta shut him down. He's on for mad one, and he's trying again. Look at him right into the thick of it. Looking towards the scaffolding position. Smoke seems to deter enough. He's considering the potential for a push. Problem, speaking of pushes, has a quick cursory glance towards B. A little bit of a spray exchange. It's certainly a lot better than it used to be back when they were wood.
And
And
Lime,
he goes for this cross, an ambitious one at that.
he's feeling
Bondic's-
confident.
Look at Lime go, he gets both of them. And he's back into the site. The dude gets away with murder time after time. And here's another. Lime just makes the M4A1 look like a laser beam. And JR burns the feet of Lackey, puts Kristen into an unfavorable set of circumstances. Not too much more he should be able to get away with here. He's taken his time, and understandably so. Bomb lost. I can't even see it on the minimap, can you?
On the ramp,
It's in that weird
yes.
little...
so it just doesn't
Dead
show.
zone.
Yeah.
The dead zone. Yeah, Kristen, let's see what you've got. 1v3, bomb to be recovered, and Lime, already 3 kills. That was very well played. I'm glad his performance continued, and sadly for Kristen, his won't.
Yeah, Lime continues, as we highlighted. 3 frags for him. What's that put him on? 13 and 4.
So I would just be going towards B if I was Winstrike. And I know it doesn't make sense because we're playing Vertigo, but every time they've tried to go over towards that A side of things, they've been dealt a bit of a dud hand, unable to find the openings, losing multiple kills on their ascent. And now, well, on that Deagle round that they should have won, that was success over towards the B side of things. That's where they picked the gap. So let's take a look as we do get the pistols out. It looks like Kristen lining up a smoke grenade. Let's check out where this one goes, shall we, Rush? That's going to be a deep elevator. Oh, no, not a deep elevator smoke. So just a standard smoke that they could throw from anywhere, but they're up very quickly, and they've taken a lot of space. Good kill from Nickelback, but he's on his own. No one else is with him.
And Lime
Using
spots
a
the bunny
one-way.
hop. There's one underneath him, though. Bondic's baiting. Oh, and a good catch. Elian punishing the hunt. Lackey with the... Was that the bomb?
He's on B.
They're going B. Kalinka's rotating A, and now bomb planted. Space found. Kalinka with a lot to do.
Now, how can they lose this one?
I honestly don't think they can.
See, Tech 9s, they're the answer. They're back.
Lauren, I just saw this. Valorant just tweeted out their rules.
Okay.
Competitive policies and rules for Valorant esports.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And
I
one
haven't
of
read
the
that yet.
one of the things someone's highlighted is that in voice chat it says you cannot use third-party voice chat software, i.e.
Really?
Discord and TeamSpeak. So every online and LAN event in Valorant has to use in-game voice.
Really? That's mad.
Interesting.
Huh.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes down. I don't think that will last long.
No, I'm sure that'll get changed pretty quickly.
Yeah, I
think that's
imagine
something
so.
that's just like a quick like,
Hey guys, don't know if you know.
I tried
okay, so when did that get announced?
hour
I
ago.
bet you within a day
Yeah.
that gets rescinded. Like, oh, we
Just
had
so
most of
you
it.
know.
I feel like for official, their tournaments.
Imagine an online
sure, but
event. You're sitting there talking in game. I'm like, oh.
It might be for competitive integrity sake potentially.
Oh, we just got another pet sent to us.
Oh, we did.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Ilian,
Elian
he's on the
has
orb.
missed that, though. There is one down the stairs, and so with Kalinka drawing first blood, he's caught Lackey and confirmed that there is one pushed down, and Elian... Oh, great shot. Just the tip of problems. Baseball cap, but here's Lime continuing
Lime
to
is
be
great.
a crazily aggressive player, denying so much space. If JR... Oh, hadn't fallen off. He could have found something there. He's opting for a more passive line into middle.
It's not the best of angles, this one here.
It is hard for the enemy to knock you off your perch, though. I'll be honest. Unless you're on that boost, you can't see much of them.
I still think they should head towards B. It is a 4-on-3 situation. Plenty of time to work with here. Map control over towards middle, at least granted somewhat. Nickelback worried about this, and he definitely should be. I would not be pushing in there. Boost on the forklift box with no forklift anymore. That's not going to scare anybody away. So Flourish can stay. They can rotate more players over. And if Elian hits this, when he's seeing the leg, the flick comes on down. They know his position. Have to deal with Kalinka. Have to deal with him now. And Kalinka finds a second. Guess who's over here? It's bloody Lime. He's here, there, and everywhere, as it is just Crizzen to get taken out of the equation in approximately 6, 5, 4. Okay, well, he might survive for a few more. 30 seconds, 3 to find.
Nice, convenient sound cue for Crizzen to peek into. Executes a loud Lime. Don't think the 1v4 is available because the bomb is under the remit of Kalinka.
Oh, and that Molly's spicy.
The Heartbreaker drops his molly and confirms that the round is won. Maybe you could find Flarich. He's making lots of noise. He's looking for the orb, and that's the end of Prison. 6-4. Hellraisers putting up a great defense. The double orb's preserved as well. That's probably actually, yeah, necessary considering the CT economy. But Arcady Les sending us a picture of his garden protector. And I'll be honest, that cat's face is the most human cat's face I've seen in some time. He's got
Human cat.
He's got personality. Like, he looks like he's done with the day.
He's seen some things, that cat.
Oh, yeah. He's
finished.
He's
you know, he
busy.
wants to put his feet up, have a rest.
I guess it is a Friday.
Yeah, fair play.
For the weekend on the cards here
Oh,
for
I
everybody.
can't wait for my weekend.
You got 10 more days.
Only 10?
Yeah, only 10.
Standard.
Count them out. So we get back underway here. Round number 11. JR, AWP is going to get a little bit spicy with this. Jumping on up. Scope on through. That's been heard for sure. Just be very careful here, JR. I don't think he realizes how close they are. No idea whatsoever. He gets pipped off the post, and it's fired over towards Sandbag. He gets traded out. Elian's done a great job there with the AWP. And now it's the Danger Man. Lime. Goes well in a Corona. And he's going to go well here as well. Elian goes down. 2 on 3. This is winnable right now for Hellraisers.
Prison did so much damage to Problem. But the support of Kalinka has arrived just in the nick of time. So with the 1v2 and the bomb on his back, Lackey has a lot of options here.
He knows both of them are on the site.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Run to B.
Maybe if he waits long enough.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it depends if he cuts noise.
Oh. Okay. I've looked into the rule. It's not as exciting as we thought.
No?
Yeah. Basically, it just needs approval from a TO.
Please, Winstrike, go towards B.
Oh, it's very upsetting. Yeah, I feel like Winstrike are looking at like I don't know, 2 roads, and you've got this one like idyllic path that's, you know, sunshine and, you know, this gorgeous, you know,
I like this picture you're
creek
painting.
rolling through and these beautiful hills in the background, you know, the birds chirping, the sunshine just dripping through the, you know, the rose bushes, and then the other side is just, you know, a hot garbage path, and they've gone, you know what?
We like
love
some
a challenge. We'll keep going. We'll keep going to the beast that waits on the other side, some gigantic lime creature that's just waiting for them. However, Problem seems aware of the possibility, at least of this round. But this one shouldn't have the sort of bite to it that we were hoping for.
So here's some problems if you are a Winstrike fan. They traditionally win roughly 54% of their Vertigo rounds on the T side. Now, they can't win the half after they lose this one. So they will need to get 7 on the nose.
Where did that come from?
They will what?
Said they will need to win the rest, and I was like, they will.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm with you. I
don't know why that surprised everyone.
I don't know, it just came out with a lot of vigor.
It's a conversational, common presence, just accepting and acknowledging. Here's Bondic, he's dead.
Oh. Hopefully he can accept it.
So they will
that.
need to find the remaining 3 rounds of this half.
Indeed, indeed. And I hope that we don't see them head towards A again. As we can see Bondic here not looking too impressed with how this half is going, and for good reason.
Well, you thought this might be a 2-0 because of this map, and we may still see that on the side switch, of course, but we have seen this as quite a T-friendly map, at least. And as a lot of the things you highlighted for Winstrike, we haven't really seen them. This may, as you, again, once said, kind of bring in the fact that Hellraisers have done their homework, but it feels a lot more just in the pocket of Lime, if I'm honest. Lime and a bit of JR.
Right. Lime's been fantastic.
Basically denied this whole site, and again, if they keep trying this, I feel like his route, his little path in his mind that he's been working out, his timing that he seems to have, always finds a touch of damage, a bit of presence, and is a nuisance. But are they switching things up?
Nickelback's just selling that it will be the standard A play, and the presence is important. Meanwhile, Hellraiser's taking back the B lobby, and Lackey's going to get tagged on up. Lots of damage done. He needs to be very careful here, trying to play around the cusp of the smoke. We'll do some damage to Problem as well, and that might be enough for them to get the territory towards the B lobby. As it does appear that's where they're setting up, so Winstrike now with a minute left on the clock. The rotation's actually come on in. This has been booked. We're going to have 2 players on the B side of things, 2 players towards middle, and just a passive play from Lime over towards A. So trouble for Winstrike here.
There's more. Lackey gone. B hit. And problem does go down. Elian finding shots, but JR making it count. It's all on to Elian. A 1v3 with an AK-47. Let's see how his rifling compares to his AWPing. Pushed by Lime. Good shot traded. And so 9 for Hellraisers as they are making quite the statement in pursuit of a 3rd map here. For those of you wondering what it is, top right-hand side, you'll notice Train is our 3rd, should we require it. Winstrike falling flat on their map pick here. It's thanks to JR and some great shooting that they confirm another. Smiles creeping onto their faces as they know they are doing them dirty, doing damage.
Holy moly, red beans and ravioli. Zaiwu had 39 kills in 26 rounds of Counter-Strike played against Fnatic on Mirage.
How?
39 kills in regulation, 145 ADR in that
Lime
game.
might be on for another kill after those stats, and he's threading the needle. This guy just has the pace. He's got that flow, and he's got
How do you
another.
not trade that?
It is partly when you look at Winstrike, you're like, how are you not capitalizing on these small timings that he's allowing to come through? But also, Lime's just having a game of it. Confident enough and had the only option of sticking around, didn't back away. Now has to fall off, of course. But Flarich then can kind of shuffle himself forward and just kind of sit in a more, I guess, aggressive-ish position, but slightly isolated. So allowing Nickelback to get there, but then dying in the meantime. So it all feels a little for nothing unless Lackey and Prison can do something. They can't. It's simple. And it ends up being double digits now for Hellraisers.
Well, Hellraisers were on a 5-map losing streak on Vertigo coming into the day, losing to opponents much worse than Winstrike. Winstrike were on a bit of a spree on this map. I'll say it again. In the last 3 months, they've played it 11 times. They've won it 8 out of those 11, meaning they've lost it 3. Some of those victories include wins over Godsent, one of the teams who we had just in Pro League the other day, who are also quite a handy team on a map like Vertigo. So this is surprising to see, as it is only 5 rounds possible for Winstrike right now, and I think they desperately require the 5th here. We'll train the 3rd map on the cards. We'll be just around the corner. Bondic, aggressive. Back towards A we go. This time, fighting for control as Problem pushes B. Might go down towards Lackey, as it is going to be the frag. Lackey's low. Will be traded. Knife out. Kalinka gets a freebie right there. And over towards middle. They will try and apply their trade. Elian, Nickelback, and Krisen have found the gap. JR in rotation here. Fast B split coming on through. So Kalinka, how many can get? Well, 1. That's decent. Slowed it down, allowing the rotation to come through. Even almost finding another. Krisen will eventually get the kill, but guess who's close? It's JR.
Always been JR to shatter the dreams on B. Let's see if he can do it again. Now Nickelback doesn't have to peek, but I bet you anything he will. And that's Krisen finding the necessary frag. It's Flarich looking to fend off the 5th, but it does seem like a done deal here. Smoked off. Disadvantage insurmountable. Does have that smoke to at least give him some degree of a element of surprise. As it fades, he'll clear that close corner and wins that duel. Has a smoke and a kit and a double kill. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Molly's not going to be a problem with the smoke down. He's going to hold this. 4, 3, 2, 1. A 1v3 to wrap up the half. Winstrike broken. CIS Counter-Strike continues to deliver.
In the clouds, and I'll take it, yeah. Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade
Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this
Problems now for Winstrike. After starting strong on the first of the series, the best of three gets bumpy. Hellraisers seem to have found a footing on their defense, now heading into the attack of Vertigo. Typically the favored side, that's embarrassing. Either way, it's 11-4. It looks and certainly feels like a third. I've got Lauren Pansy Scott, a human being you may be familiar with, as well as Chad Sponge Birchall, who's also a human being who's got a mouth and vocal cords and uses them typically to talk about video games. That's what he's doing today.
And every day for the rest of my life.
Precisely. Now, another man who is a human being with all the bits and gibblies that make us what we are is Lime, and he's been having a great game, really taking control of that CT half, and I think a big part of where this 11-round lead came from.
Also, Winstrike really helping them out by playing post plants as terribly as possible, really giving them the open door on their best map to allow what should have probably been a competitive half to end up being an 11-4. So we will be going to train. We have to finish this half, and there'll probably be 10 rounds coming on the board, I would say.
Yeah.
16-10 is probably going to be the scoreline. Winstrike will battle it back. It'll seem like they can come back into the game.
And then it all goes wrong.
Yeah, they'll probably fluff some retake or something like that.
Okay, well, we'll find out. We'll see if it does become the case. Lackey has probably heard just about everything. You can see the flash already set in motion for him once he gets contact, potentially. They're up the stairs. There's the flash. Lovely as well. That's got 4 of them blind. It gives at least Lackey a chance, and a chance is enough. It catches 2. Problem down and Lime down. Probably your danger men, at least in the essence of one of them. That's Crizzen now playing towards default, but they've peeled away from this. That bomb is no longer here.
Well, they've completely lost track of this one here, Winstrike. Giving up both bomb sites at this stage, rotating back over towards A now. And by faking out the sound cue, Winstrike have no idea what's going on. They're actually giving up now the B side of things, which is where the action is about to come back through for the double pump. Elian is here in tow with Bondic, but they're unable to hit the shots, and Kalinka, he has no dramas whatsoever. Elian goes down, Bondic will follow, and this is the pistol round for Hellraisers, so great stuff from Hellraisers.
Yeah, lovely stuff. They really want to take us to train. And that's Kalinka putting one into the brain of Nickelback. 12-4. Just a few more now for the formalities. I imagine Hellraisers will make this pretty quick, considering they've gone for the force buy. So this does put them into jeopardy should this one go awry. They'll concede not only the 13th, but the 14th as well, which puts us just 2 rounds away from that 3rd map.
I have a solution for these teams if they don't want to get counter-stratted.
Oh.
Don't pick your best map. Pick your 2nd or 3rd best map.
Yeah.
And then you're probably going to have a better shoe-in as opposed to going into this.
Specifically watched your Vertigo demo.
Yeah, and one guy who literally completely unraveled your A-side attack every single round. Like one guy. It was one guy.
Yeah. And
just one guy.
He found a way to do that. There's the headshot problem. Finding another for Hellraisers. This is going so well.
Yeah, looks just too easy. I'd like to see how Lion plays this. Curious. 2 of them tucked in towards short, so he's going to have to get past the first challenge. Success. And Bondic finds none of that. So towards the side they go. They're confident. And I'd like to see that. I'd rather them take charge on this and actually kind of play to the advantage they currently have, which of course is those 3 rifles that sit very comfortably in their hands. And the round to follow. Elian, yeah, you can keep the scout, you can make it even look good, but the round's not going to be yours.
No, and you may as well just go down with this one here because they will be on the eco in the next round here. Winstrike, it will not be the buy whatsoever. Done some damage, looks good. Probably great for the ADR stat lines, but not in terms of the rounds won. So 13 now for Hellraisers on the board, 14 for Winstrike.
MP9's middle, Chad.
Well, they should, but they won't. They will take an economical. There's a flash coming out for Nickelback.
I want to tell the guys at home the 2nd round force buy strategy.
Yeah, guys, if you ever lose the CT-sided pistol on Vertigo, I want you to buy MP9s and Kevlar, and I want you to rush middle. Now, I want the first 4 spawns, or 3, depending on how the action goes, just to charge. I don't want you to be stopping, jumping, bounding around like little bunnies. And then the final individuals.
Wait.
They didn't have MP9s. Or
That was the issue. Because, of course, it was only JR. You'd have run over him
100%.
with an MP9 and then been on the fast flank and all of that good stuff.
And then you'd send the last individual or the last two individuals down the ladder just to go for a little bit of a pincer maneuver. But you don't want to let go of W, guys, when you do it. So if you're thinking about letting go of it, you shouldn't be even committing to a strategy like that. And that's weak mentality for those people who are quitters.
Maybe we need to make like a W holding kind of gang, a club.
The work.
Yeah, we could work on it.
Yeah, well, just spitballing. 14-4.
How about W and push? We could just be called WAP,
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
like the WAP
Yeah.
crew.
Up crew?
Yeah.
Are we tagging up with it or what?
W and push, WAP.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope so. You can do it on Steam, right?
Yeah, you can
WAP?
probably make the Steam group, yeah.
W and push. Okay,
WAP.
cool.
No one steal our idea, because people
No.
are listening.
WAP
Well, you know what
peak.
they're like.
Oh, we could be called WAP peak.
That sounds really good, actually.
It does.
It rolls off the tongue.
Well, the guns are going to come out, and nice little jump molly there from Lackey, essentially if he doesn't want to get picked. So interesting way to do it. Deep T-side smoke.
Elian, I like it. Woof, he is fast.
Really quick. He's
Very,
really quick.
Very fast. Good damage. Lackey chipped away at, down to 58. Going to try and find his 9th frag here. Winstrike hot under the collar, and he's going to get hotter. Throwing the Molotovs, forces the smoke out of him. Tucking in, hoping to evade these flashes. They are very vicious, and just as he finally has his vision, it's taken from him by Kalinka. Another spotted, JR over the smoke, Kalinka into the site, spraying wildly. Krisen's caught. This is going to be a 2v4. I can feel it in my
No way.
waters. Nickelback trying to change things. Elian's arrived and finds the wide angle, and suddenly problems arise for JR. He's got the molly for default. But bomb and bodies all committed around the corner, yeah. No fun for JR, 5 for Winstrike, and a long road if they want to replicate any sort of success.
Yes, this does feel as though it will peter out eventually. We'll see. I have no indicators to tell me
They're
otherwise.
going to get 10 rounds first, Lauren.
Chad, you say this.
I've been reading the script.
Oh, it's already been put out?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it today.
We didn't do the table read with us this morning.
No. I didn't see it on the prompter either.
If you're not going to do the table read, how are we ever going to be
Just go
prepared for
home.
games like this?
Oh, no, you're right.
What is that that's being lined up? Rush, can we watch that next time? Oh, okay, you did catch it in time. Good stuff there, Rush.
Ooh, Elian, let's have a
I
look.
do like that a lot. More than I should.
Just a little smoky smoke.
Yeah, because what it does is it allows him to have top of scaffolding access to pick down towards the ramp from a different angle. If he's to come from crane side, it's always the left eye, whereas the scaffolding side will be the right eye peak. And I like it a lot. And Lime, well, he likes that a lot. Gets a freebie, Flarich has space. This round's over.
Yeah,
Oh.
stick a fork in it. It's done.
Poor old Lackey, surrounded on both fronts. One fight substantially harder than the other, but guns nonetheless. And Kalinka's going to be the one to get it going for them and bomb to be planted soon enough, I'm sure.
This is just what Bondic was talking about, isn't it?
Does feel like it. And Elian Bondic, irrelevant to the outcome of this round now.
Have to save. That'll be 15 on the board for Hellraisers. And we can start thinking about Train. Train, there's lots of carriages on Train.
Like?
Oh, you've got the Team Main train,
Oh.
the green train.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the red train.
Which one's your favorite train?
Probably the bomb train.
Old or new?
Old.
Old.
And on the inside, you've got the low ramp train.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the hump train. You got the oil train.
Old train's quite unique, at least.
Yeah.
You know, quite special.
Trains.
Choo-choo.
Where would we be without trains?
Slower.
Nowhere, really. Just a big, steam-powered thing on tracks. Let's get back on track here. 15-5 now. It's the force by Nickelback
go.
going all in. Going to get spammed with smoke, giving away the first death yet to get to Lime. 2 rounds consecutively ain't too bad. And Krisen continues to just get peppered without any impact. 11 kills for Krisen here in this one. Bondic pushed on up, has a saved M4, only 4 kills to his name, so even less from Bondic, the man we interviewed here on their best map. And it wouldn't look like their best map. It looks like Hellraiser's best map right now. As Problem will take down Bondic, they continue forward, and I think this one is going to be done and dusted nice and quick. The double digits. Apparently, Winstrike didn't show up for the table read here today either. That's why it's got the freebie down the ladder, and it's all just one man. Elian falls, and that's going to be 16-5.